This is Jonah. Jonah loved God and was one of his messengers. Jonah helped people understand what God wanted for them. But one day, Jonah's life changed completely. A glowing light appears as God speaks to Jonah, who looks startled. Jonah, go to Nineveh. Tell the people to stop doing bad things, or their city will be destroyed. Jonah freezes, his eyes widening. He lowers his head as if deep in thought. Now, Nineveh wasn't just any city. The people there were known for being mean and doing things that didn't please God. Jonah felt afraid and confused. To himself, Jonah thought, Nineveh, those people are our enemies. Why would God care about them? They'll never listen to me. What if they hurt me instead? Jonah looks around nervously and then begins to walk faster through the marketplace. And instead of obeying God, Jonah decided to run far, far away. He thought, maybe if I go far enough, God will forget about Nineveh. But Jonah was about to learn an important lesson. No one can run from God. Jonah arrives at a bustling dock. Sailors are shouting, loading cargo and preparing ships to sail. Jonah ran to a dock and found a ship headed in the opposite direction of Nineveh. He thought, if I can sail far enough, I'll be safe. Jonah pays a sailor and quickly climbs aboard. He hides below deck, sighing with relief as the ship sails into calm waters. Jonah then whispers to himself, now God won't find me here. I'll be okay. But Jonah forgot that you can't hide from God. As the ship sails, the sky darkens and winds begin to pick up. A storm begins to brew with massive waves crashing against the ship. Sailors panic, holding ropes and shouting orders. The ship is going to sink. Pray to your gods and save us. The captain searches below deck and finds Jonah asleep, completely unaware of the chaos. The captain shakes Jonah awake. Wake up! How can you sleep through this? Pray to your God. Maybe he will save us. Jonah sits up, looking ashamed. He rubs his eyes and stands slowly. This is my fault. I ran away from God. If you throw me into the sea, the storm will stop. The sailors look at each other shocked. Throw you into the sea? That sounds so wrong. One of the sailors says hesitantly. The sailors didn't want to throw Jonah overboard. They tried rowing harder to get back to shore, but the storm grew worse and worse. So the sailors reluctantly lift Jonah and toss him into the raging waves. Immediately the storm stops and the sea becomes calm. One of the sailors exclaims, his God really is powerful. Jonah sinks deeper into the ocean, looking scared as fish swim past him. Just when Jonah thought it was the end, God sent a big fish to save him. The fish gently swallows Jonah whole. Inside the glowing belly, Jonah looks around, amazed. Jonah is relieved. I'm alive. Thank you, God. Jonah begins praying, Dear God, I'm sorry for running away. I was scared, but I should have trusted you. Thank you for saving me. I promise to listen to you now. Jonah stayed in the belly of the fish for 3 days and 3 nights. He prayed, thought about what he'd done, and thanked God for his mercy. The fish swims toward shore and spits Jonah out onto a sandy beach. Jonah stands up, brushing himself off. Jonah is now determined. I'm ready now, God. I'll go to Nineveh. Jonah walks into Nineveh, a bustling city with tall clay walls and crowded streets. When Jonah arrived in Nineveh, he shared God's message. Listen, everyone, in 40 days, Nineveh will be destroyed unless you stop doing bad things. People pause, looking at Jonah in surprise. Some begin whispering, and others rush to tell their families. One man says, Did you hear that? We need to change our ways. A woman shouts, Even the king needs to hear this. When the king heard Jonah's message, he made an important announcement. He stands and declares, Everyone stop doing bad things. Pray to God and show him we're sorry. The people of Nineveh prayed and promised to change their ways. God saw their hearts and forgave them. Jonah sits outside the city, frowning as he watches the people celebrate. He grumbles, I knew it. I knew you would forgive them, God. They don't deserve it. God gave Jonah a leafy plant to help him feel better. But the next day, a worm ate the plant and it withered. Jonah looks at the wilted plant, frustrated. He asks angrily, "Why did you take away my plant, God?" God gently responds, "Jonah, you cared about the plant, but it only lasted a day. Shouldn't I care about the people of Nineveh who don't know right from wrong?" In response, Jonah looks thoughtful as the people of Nineveh celebrate in the distance. Jonah learned an important lesson. God's love and forgiveness are for everyone, no matter who they are, and we should share that love too.